Day 41 in a third world prison. So my conditions are deteriorating exponentially. So the gentleman that's been brought in that's screaming and going off after 2 nights of the rest of us not getting any sleep, they finally bring a nurse in from the local hospital to put drugs into sedatives into the person who has mental health issues, put it into his food, and they give him this beautiful platter of rice and beans and chicken. Maybe I need to start screaming and yelling, because they were giving me this like little tiny styrofoam bowl of rice and a spoonful of grounded up chicken. And that was my lunch slash dinner. And then for breakfast, I would get 4 pieces of white bread and diluted coffee in a water bottle that looks like this. So they would give me diluted coffee in this with lots of sugar in it. And I'm starving. I'm really hungry. They're underfeeding us. So he eats the food that they gave him and he knocks out for a couple hours. So we don't have to hear him screaming and yelling nonstop all hours of the day and night. I think because of that, it put the other prisoners on edge. Some of the prisoners on the male side knew me from the last time that I was at Punta Gorda. And I, to my horror, realized that when I'm talking to a police officer that comes to visit my cell, they're listening. They can hear everything. Because one of the guys had a crush on me and was like playing music. He was like a drummer, a musician. And so he would drum music for me, which was so sweet. It was very lovely. Another of the male prisoners got jealous of that and just started like going off. Also, he didn't like that some of the female prisoner jail, some of the female police officers were really protective of me. And essentially, I guess what he perceived, giving me giving me unfair advantages compared to the rest of them. And so he started attacking me verbally, telling me that I'm a child kidnapper and it's good that I don't have my daughter, and he hopes that I never get my daughter back. And I just start yelling back at him, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your heart and soul, because the words you're saying are malicious and evil. And it's not right of you, you know? He was just mad. He just didn't like it. And so just started berating me and verbally abusing me. So, by this day, it's Friday, May 16th. I'm been there all week. Got there on Monday and been there since Friday. And I'm deeply concerned that I'm going to have to spend an entire weekend at this jail Saturday and Sunday, because there's no way they're going to take me back to the Central Belize jail on a weekend. And I shouldn't even be there. My lawyer said he would pay the fee right after court on Tuesday, and that I would be sent back to Central Belize on Wednesday. And he's holding it as ransom until he gets the rest of the bill that he has charged us, which, quite frankly, he was price gouging. He was overcharging my family, because I knew the rates that the Belizeans and even the Americans that were at the prison, how much they were paying for their lawyers. And these were lawyers that were literally like litigating, like there are multiple court cases, even bail hearings for these litigants. And they were paying 5,000 5,000 Belize dollars. And this lawyer only showed up once for me for a court hearing that was less than 15 minutes. He was an hour late. And he's charging my family 5,000 Belizean dollars for barely doing any work. He didn't have to write a motion. He didn't have to create any legal documents. He really didn't do any work for us. On top of that, he scheduled the hearing and had me come last minute on a day where he already had scheduled hearings with other litigants that were also paying him. So and he is not paying the fee that is holding on. He's been given by my family. He's holding on to it and forcing me in a condition that is an environment and living conditions that are deteriorating exponentially. And so I started getting a little panicked. I was just like, please no, like, let's call Neil at 8 a.m. They told me this at like 6 a.m. that I'm going to have to be there for the weekend. And they're underfeeding me. I mean, it was just like, I was like, please, I just got over severe diarrhea. I'm trying to still get over this dehydration. And it's sweltering hot, and I'm sleeping in essentially an animal cell. These cockroaches are gnarly at night. I felt I could. So, okay, this was my strategy. I happened to have a plastic bag with my toiletries in it. So I took the plastic bag and used it as a pillow. So I laid it down and I would lie on the plastic bag. Why? Because I would be able to hear those disgusting, nasty things if they started walking towards my face or my head. I could hear them and jump up. And that night, I heard crinkling. So I jumped up and looked, and there was like a big butt cockroach. Was trying to walk towards my face. It would have walked on my face. 8 a.m. comes. Oh, the court clerk calls Neil. He picks up the phone. He says, "Yep, I'm at the bank teller. I'm sending over the money. I'll pay it. I'll call you back in 30 minutes." The court clerk heard what he told me, and she told me, because I had the cell phone on speakerphone, and she told me after he hung up, "This makes no sense. All he needs to do is text me, and I'll send him an account number where he can electronically send the money. Why is he at the bank right now?" We tried to call him back, but there was no answer. So at this point, I'm just super frustrated. Again, as I already stated, he's overcharged my family. He didn't help me achieve some of the legal requests that I had. He didn't properly research my legal status of my family court case in the U.S. He was supposed to do that. He said he would do it, and he didn't. And now he's withholding my immigration fee, which is keeping me in what I'm calling a piss house, because that's how it smells, for 5 days straight. And what is frustrating me is that at the court hearing, they had ordered me that I have to be out of the country by next Monday. And I have to get back to Central Belize Prison so that I can have my numbers and I can make my phone calls to the right people to make sure that my plane ticket gets paid for, because I don't have any phone numbers with me.